I guess I clicked the loop.
That was the quickest loop of all time. Welcome back to For Exposure, your Love Wrestling's weekend independent wrestling podcast, which we missed you guys. It's been a while. Blairs drinking eggnog.
It's been a while.
And now, is that adult eggnog or is that for family fun?
This is family friendly eggnog. You know,
family friendly eggnog.
It's nog season up in here.
It's nog season. I wish eggnog was something that you could easily get year round. We are an eggnog family. People go through gallons of stuff.
I've sent emails inquiring, being like, "Hey, Mr. Eggnog Company, can we get eggnog year round? It is a delicious treat."
Mr. Nog, we'd like your delicious bev.
Yes,
in the July at the pool.
Mr. Nog lives right next door to Mr. Peanut.
Yeah,
from Planters. So
there you go.
A little top hat and monocle.
Yeah, I'm not. We buy it. I buy. We only can find like the pints really easily. Anything higher than that is sometimes so we have to buy like 6 of those things, and they go pretty quick.
We're noggin hard today, you know.
I'm choking on Skittle residue from like an hour ago. My son gives me like 5 sour Skittles, and I eat them and I chew them up, and I go to swallow them, and I almost die because they didn't get sour till I was about to swallow them, and then one got stuck in my throat. Now I feel like I'm dying. So I don't know how the show is going to go, but it'll go okay. We got the boss man in the house saying, "Hey, homies. Hey, boss man. How are you today?"
I hope he's doing well.
I hope he's doing fantastic, and I hope that he's regrowing back that mustache because it's glorious.
I hope he's nogging it up right now.
Yeah, cheers to you, boss man.
Cheers to Blend.
Cheers to Blend. He's just happy we're back. We're happy to be back. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. It'll be a crazy couple of weeks after this one, but we'll get back into the right swing of things. Just bear with us.
Yeah, like full disclosure, like obviously we love doing the show. We love talking wrestling with everyone. But sometimes work gets in the way, life stuff, and we are unable to come to you and provide you with our wonderful takes on wrestling, our beautiful faces, all of that stuff. We
our wonderful love for 90s and 2000s movies. Yeah. Dan Brown's in the house, comedian extraordinaire Dan Brown. I saw him last night live. He was an absolute riot. Mrs. Pluggo was still talking about how funny he was this morning. So
yeah,
we had an absolute blast last night hanging out with him. So go check him out if he comes to a city near you.
Was that the same Dan Brown that was on Beards not too long ago?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
he was in my city, and not my city adjacent. So we went and we hung out last night. It was kind of good. It was a good time. He still owes me lunch though. He's too busy, man. He said he was. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't know me anything. He's awesome.
Big time in you.
He's big time in me now. Big star. Goes on Beards, and all of a sudden he's big time star. No, we love Dan. He's awesome.
He goes on Beards, and next thing you know, he's got a cross country tour, and
shoot, he's hopping in saying hi to us. He's performing in like an hour. Nice. He's got another show tonight. So
crush it tonight.
Thanks for coming last night. Can't stay on. Got to prep for the show. Have a good one. Yep, absolutely. I know you do, Dan. Don't give me an August. No, I love you, Dan. You're awesome. I hope we talk soon. You're fantastic. Hey, and then we've got Dustin's here saying, "Hey, hello from the West Edmonton Mall. Absolutely nuts here." Yeah, if you're out Christmas shopping, it's probably pretty crazy out there. We were out in the main part of town today, just went to lunch and stuff, and the streets were packed.
What'd you have for lunch first off?
Chili's. We had Chili's. We had the
dude. I love Chili's.
Chili's, baby back rib. We went because we were craving the Nashville hot and honey chipotle mozzarella sticks.
What?
Yeah, dude, they're the best. They take these and they're like mozzarella blocks too. They're not just sticks anymore. They're like big squares, and they dip them in their Nashville hot and their honey chipotle. Super good. And then I had a burger. Mrs. Pluggo ate 2 bites of her honey crisper chicken platter because she realized she was full. And yeah, that was that. What happened? Owen thought he was the coolest guy in the world because they served root beer out of the IBC bottle. And he goes, "This is my first time drinking out of like a beer bottle." Okay.
You're first and last.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they're playing hockey at the in the Ice Palace today.
Yeah, they got a little rink in the West Edmonton Mall.
Do they? Very cool. Very cool. When are we going back to the mall? If you're still listening, Spencer, let's get us back to the mall. That was such a cool show that I hope we can do that again as a company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I concur. So we're here tonight. We're doing the show tonight. The next couple of weeks, we'll let you know this now. We'll let you know again later on, just in case we get viewers.
Yes.
The holidays are a busy season, so we will not be around for the next 2 weeks because there's lots of holiday activities going on, and the amount of shows, especially on the independent level, drop down very much because it's all holiday stuff.
Holiday travels, everything. Yeah.
So we're doing tonight. Next 2 weeks, we won't be around.
Yeah, you have to deal. Sorry, but you can tweet at us. You can tweet at us and stuff. We'll talk to you through DMs.
But we will be back beginning of January with the first ever For Exposy Awards.
Oh,
we're exposing ourselves to you January 4th with our picks of the year.
Yeah, from 2024. First show of 2025. We're look back at 2024, the year that was independent professional wrestling. It's going to be awesome.
You never know what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks anyway.
You never know who's going to win.
Yeah, so we're waiting until 2024 is done. We don't want to have any issues. We don't want to have anyone coming being like, hey, my match should have been match of the year that happened on December 30th. And we already made our picks because we did it, 2 weeks ago.
Well, and I would have told that person, hey, listen, you're eligible for the 2025 exposies, not the 2024s.
That doesn't check out.
You know what? That's how I would do it. But no, they're all going to have a tough time beating the Riz Man. I mean, it wasn't an independent show, but still.
It was so damn good.
It was so damn good. He sweeps the exposies. But no, so you'll see us in a couple of weeks. We'll be dropping nominees and all that kind of stuff throughout the next few weeks once we hammer those down. And then that way you kind of know what you're coming to see in a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. So stay tuned, as the kids say in the business.
In the biz.
Yeah, dude, the holidays, why you got to ruin our flow? I'm just kidding. I understand. I get it.
The little baby Jesus is cramping our style.
I guess so, dude. He had to pick around. Why couldn't he have came around like a warm time, like where it's like July 1st?
That's Canada.
July 2nd.
There you go.
Whatever.
Wait,
you could do August.
Christmas Eve on July 2nd, Christmas Day, July 3rd. Then no matter what, Canada or US gets a nice little 3-day holiday,
Yeah, I think we're making plays, or pick a month that doesn't have a big holiday in it and go with that, like August.
Doesn't August have Flag Day?
Put up our Christmas tree in 95-degree weather, get ready for school. Yeah.
Dude, at your house, it's probably up year round. You guys have
it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, we've got enough, but I'm talking for normal people. Mrs. Pluggo said, by the way, that I could pack my bags. I told her that you said this was a safe space, and she said she'll pack my bags. She's feisty today. Mrs. P is on a feisty mood today. It's all those honey chipotle chicken crispers.
No more chilies for her.
That chili's got her punching, dude. That chili's just could bring out that violent streak in her.
Got her all jacked up. She sees you and you're like, Pluggo, you're cruising for a bruising.
This just did. Mrs. Pluggo is announced for GCW's Hammerstein Ballroom show. She's going to be facing Matt Tremont in a death match. Where's the disclaimer where I said this is for entertainment purposes?
No, it's happening now. Call up Brett. It's going on.
Mrs. Pluggo, you're booked for Hammerstein. You better get there.
Today's show was actually almost like almost me on a phone because the Wi-Fi wasn't working today. So,
Yeah, that's not good. Speaking of GCW, they got a good show tonight. They got a lot of good stuff coming up. I mean, the biggest news before we had anything is that Matt Cardona's been making the AEW rounds.
mm-hmm.
He's been on all the AEW shows. He's fighting Chris Jericho, I think, next week at Final Battle.
Mm-hmm.
GCW, Brett said he's cool with it. So this whole we pulled Ricky from tonight because we didn't want to blah, blah, blah because of what Effie said, but Matt's going to go work for the guys that pulled Rick. It's crazy.
You know, I thought it would be hilarious if Tony decided to book Cardona versus Ricky Starks on like that just to go full spite.
Oh, that would be super good. Did you see the video floating around that Tony Khan wouldn't sign that little girl's poster that said we want Ricky? He signed the back of it. Oh, hey, I'm just kidding.
No, he's not.
I booked you against Matt Tremont in a death match, and stop. She's flexing over here, guys. You can't see it, but she's flexing.
She's got those pipes.
She smashed my Danhausen action figure that I just bought too. She did see. I just bought him, little Danhausen. Nice. I found him on a clearance rack. Now I might have to take him out of the box because it's all bent up. She's so shut up.
She is spicy today.
She is spicy today, Blair says.
Just trash talking to you.
I know she is. Yeah, Royce Isaacs versus Josh Barnett is gonna freaking rule. Royce Isaacs freaking rules, man. He's cool. Yeah. He's good.
LPW alum Royce Isaacs.
That's right. That's right.
I've got a few figures behind me. They will be displayed more prominently after painting and such happens in here.
Is that Bret the Hitman Hart?
That is.
Is that every Canadian's has to have one of a Bret Hart photo in their home? Is that true?
Yes. It's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
So we got that. There's the Okada fan. There's the Macho Man foam finger.
Heck yeah.
There's there's one thing I'll pull out to show you because I'm very proud of it.
There's a Grainmaker t-shirt.
Nice. Yeah, a Grainmaker t-shirt. I can't reach it. Oh, hold on. I'll get up for a second. Hold on. Just one sec.
Oh, wow. Boss Man says we actually get issued Bret Hart figures when we turn 11 in Canada. Like how British kids get letters from Hogwarts.
This very nice USA Dream Team basketball.
That's cool.
Eh?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
that's a good time. Yeah. The Dream Team ruled.
Oh yeah.
Hells yeah.
Yeah.
So, hells yeah.
Yeah.
The Redeem Team had nothing on the Dream Team.
I think there was a documentary on the Redeem Team that was decent. Yeah, it was
a good doc. Don't get me wrong, but to say that team was just as good as the Dream Team, I beg to differ. But they were good. But we're not a basketball podcast, but we could talk hoops all you want.
The Redeem Team didn't have Christian Laettner on it, so I mean,
well, that's fine. Christian Laettner sucks.
Wow,
bite me, Christian Laettner,
dude.
He started a trend that I'm just not a fan of annoying, obnoxious white guys from Duke. But that's also because I just, I don't root for the Duke basketball program. Okay.
Yeah, you're anti-Duke.
I'm a Notre Dame fan, so yeah, I'm anti-Duke. We play each other every year. It sucks because they're so good all the time. Listen, they're good, but whatever. They got two guys now, Cooper Flagg and Con Cadul, two freshmen, just white dudes that just can ball. It's like a thing. It's a thing. I don't know. Yeah, I digress. But there was the documentary on Christian Laettner was really good too. The one that is titled "Christian Laettner Sucks."
Yes.
So,
100%.
So where do we want to start today?
Well, I mean, there is a GCW show tonight we can talk about.
We could definitely talk.
Yeah, and then we'll talk. There's, I mean, a few GCW shows that there's two in the next week or 2 weeks, couple weeks that we'll talk about that. We'll talk about a little bit about Defy that's happening at the end of the month, and we'll run down what they got for Hammerstein so far. But we'll preview the Hammerstein show in full length later on.
Yeah, I think so. I think that tracks. I think that checks out.
So we'll do that. We'll do some movie quotes mixed in.
Yeah,
other pop culture references.
And then we'll get you out of here before whether you're going to watch AEW, Saturday night's main event, independent wrestling. There's a lot of wrestling on tonight.
Maybe you're going to watch the Limitless show that's on tonight. That's going on. There's a Femme Fatale show that's going on as well.
Maybe you're going to watch Grown Ups or Without a Paddle, which are 2 movies I watched today.
Oh, Without a Paddle. I haven't watched that in a long time.
I haven't either. It showed up on TikTok, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen this thing since it came out. I'll give it another whirl. It was all right.
Does it hold up?
No.
Okay.
It's not bad, but there are some. It's just. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's decent.
It's decent.
It's decent.
I don't know if it's an all timer, but it's okay.
The last movie I watched, I've been updating my Letterboxd regularly.
Oh.
The last 2 movies I watched were the Channing Tatum specials, Step Up and Magic Mike. And Magic Mike is a depressing movie.
Never seen it.
It's depressing. It made me sad. I had to watch like a feel-good movie after that. And I mean, Step Up or get stepped on, bro. Balling. But Step Up's on streaming. Step Up 3 is on streaming. Step Up 2 you got to rent for $24 or buy for $24. Come on.
Who's buying any Step Up movie for that price? The Step Up movies are like Bring It On. There's like 19 of them.
I'd rent it for like $5.
You pay money?
I would pay money. You know, because they got a banger song in there by Timberland. So that is enough to make me want to rent it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so I'd give it a go. But last 4 movies I watched: Magic Mike, Step Up 2, Step Up, Shrek 2. Solid movie. Solid.
Yeah.
And Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, which
never heard of it.
Yeah. And Princess Diaries. I watched Princess Diaries because it was on.
Never seen it.
The youngest was watching. So.
Sure.
Oh, stop it.
By the youngest, you mean you?
So?
That's okay. I'm just saying, man. Let's be real. Let's be honest here.
Be real. Good rapper.
Be real.
Yeah. Big sequel run. Love me a good sequel. Love me a good sequel. But we're gonna talk some wrestling now. That's a lot of non-wrestling we've talked about.
Yeah.
For exposure, your non-wrestling
podcast on Love Wrestling.
So, I mean, we can kick things off because we already talked about Tony Khan pulling one person off of the shows. Well,
I saw the graphic.
Yeah, I think I'll still include this because Sidney Akeem was supposed to face Willie Mack tonight. Willie Mack got pulled off the show, which wasn't the biggest surprise. The biggest surprise was that he was under AEW contract, which I think nobody knew. So,
which you gotta air quote that.
Yeah,
he got pulled off the show, but he said the AEW brass had said they never told him he couldn't do the show.
No,
he is under contract from AEW, like you said, which is a surprise. But they said we never told him he couldn't do the show. Willie Mack said it was heavily implied that he shouldn't do the show.
Mm-hmm.
So he pulled himself per AEW's wording. So I don't know what is going on. So I'm at the point now with AEW, because this keeps happening, that you either need to let these people do things that they want to do, and if they commit to them, let them do them, or don't let them do anything. Which I don't want. Of course I don't want that. I want independent contractors to be able to do whatever they need to do. And if you go to AEW and you say, hey, do you need me for this loop of TV? Okay, no, here's where I'm going to go and be.
Yeah.
Cool. Then let them go and be and do that. But yeah, we need some clarification because this seems to be a running theme with AEW.
Yeah. And I mean, I think part of it is still the issues with GCW. You know, I think that's a big thing about it.
Yeah.
Because other people are working elsewhere, you know, so it's not like everyone's been cut off from wrestling, but look,
just GCW.
Just GCW, so
you can't go there. But so yeah, that was interesting. I don't know who Sidney Akeem's replacement is as of right now. I had not seen, but whoever it will be, they're in LA. Is that LA, right? That's the highest in the room's usually in LA. So
yeah, I think
you might be able to pull a good name or two, maybe.
Well, maybe, you know,
I'm sure there's some good LA wrestlers that are available. But Either way, Sydney Akeem's been killing it.
I'm waiting for it to turn into like Sidney Akeem versus Vikingo or something like that.
That's going to be at Hammerstein, bro.
Oh, never mind then. That'll be in a month.
Sydney Akeem called out the best of the best, and they booked him Vikingo at Hammerstein.
And so I should have known that. I sent you the graphic.
So. Yeah, you should have known that. Do you even watch wrestling, Blair? God, how do you not know what's going on at all times in the independent wrestling realm? Grow up. Be a better podcaster. That's what the people on the internet would say to me.
Yes. Well, actually,
well,
they're Ivan. Everyone talks like Professor Frink.
Come on now.
With the dancing and the kung fu fighting.
How dare you? Not know. You're supposed to be good at this. Nope, never said I was.
Do you come with the car? Oh, you. 4 people are going to get that. But
so, Sidney keeps wrestling tonight. He's probably going to win to stay hot against Vikingo.
Also on the show, Brooke Havoc versus Zara Zakir. Zara Zakir was actually one of the wrestlers that was announced for the WWE ID.
Yeah. And we've been seeing a lot of her West Coast shows. I'd like to see her make some more trips out east. I think with the ID, she's going to do that. But yeah, it's going to be a good one.
I like that. I mean,
what is this? Hey, Blair, can I borrow a feeling?
Only if I can borrow a jar of love.
What is that?
What?
What is that?
Oh.
What is a jar of love? Is that Spencer in a jar?
Yes.
You spread some love on some toast. Some spenny jelly.
Oh boy.
Dude, what are you guys talking about?
This is getting into 4 exposure after dark.
He wants his shirt back. I don't know. I don't know the references. I don't get it.
Okay, that's probably it's probably
good. Probably for the best.
It's all Simpsons references.
I've never really watched The Simpsons ever. No. My parents, for some reason, when I was younger, had 2 shows they were like, absolutely not. Beavis and Butthead and The Simpsons. I don't know why my mom just absolutely hated it. Was like, I don't want you guys to watch it, so we never watched it. Mm-hmm. So then by the time but Beavis and Butthead, I used to sneak downstairs and watch episodes of Beavis and Butthead after everybody went to bed. So that's why I'm a degenerate now. But
wasn't that on at like 11 p.m.?
Yeah, I would sit down there and I would sit down. This is in the old days where you had like a boob tube. So my room was next to the living room downstairs, and I would sneak out of my bedroom and I'd watch, and I'd have it on as low as I could to where I could hear it. If I heard anything walking upstairs, change the channel real quick, hit that return button to like ESPN or something. And I'd just be like sitting there going, this is the coolest show.
How old are you at this point?
However old I had to be for Beavis and Butthead to be prominent back then.
17?
I mean, I was probably younger than that. I think at 17 at that point, my mom was like, I can't stop him from watching.
It'd be better if it was when you were 17.
Okay, I was 17.
Yes.
I think it was earlier than that for
Mama
sure.
Pluggo just dropping the hammer.
Just saying, you idiot. No. This was definitely right around like middle school, high school for sure. Probably more middle school, but then like in high school, like I said, my mom was just like, you're 17. By the time I was 17 and in high school, I had my own room with my own TV and stuff. I was bougie at that point. By younger days, we had the 1 or the 2 TVs in the house. That was it.
That's fair. That's valid.
Yeah. Professional wrestling. Here we go.
Alley Catch versus Vipers. I like the amount of, opportunities Vipers is getting in the past a little bit.
You're pardoned. Yeah, this is a huge test with Alley Catch. She was announced for Hammerstein Ballroom as well. She'll be facing Effie if you didn't know that, Blair. Just figured I'd let you know, keep you in the loop.
Thanks, man.
So I have a feeling that Vipers is going to have a tough uphill battle, as they say, tonight, but it'll be a good match for sure.
And I mean, if you're interested, I'm just going to throw this out there.
I'm
If
always interested.
well, I mean, you are, maybe the listeners, the viewers are interested. If you go to the Love Wrestling YouTube page and take a look, there's actually an
Oh.
interview that yours truly did with Ali Catch that I'd suggest you check it out.
I saw that interview. I transcribed the first half of that
What?
interview. Yeah.
I appreciate you.
It was yeah, I got to listen to it like 43 times.
Perfect. Yeah, so that's the real reason why you haven't seen us in a few weeks is Pluggo just got sick of hearing my voice and was like, no, not at all.
No, it was super good. And she does, and I'll put you over. It was a really good interview. And to your credit, you had the foresight to talk about Hammerstein and bring that up. And she gets really in depth about the last show that she hopes to expect for this show. So please check that out right here. As long as all the other interviews that we do at Love Wrestling CA, we have lots of killer interviews. And I hear rumblings that Spencer himself has some fun ones coming up as well. So we've got some fun things happening here at Love Wrestling. That's
not to say one of the interviews is with the Rizzler, but I wish it was.
I'm gonna interview my cat on one of the I'm just gonna hey. So tell me how you feel about Kevin Owens. He's just gonna go get away from me. You're not mom.
Mom.
Spencer, can I interview my cat if we put it on the channel?
Josh Barnett versus Royce Isaacs Bloodsport match. The big boss already mentioned this in the chat. Yeah. These two are going to be going at it, and I like that they're adding in a Bloodsport match just onto the regular show.
Yes,
just a little bit of fragrance.
Hi, Mrs. Pluggo. I love you. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. She's not standing right behind me or anything.
He was trash talking you.
Whoa! I just said I want to interview our cat on Love Wrestling.
That's not what he said.
That's not what I said. Whoa. But no, Josh Bart, I actually think that this is a great idea. When I saw this graphic, because I think people in the indies, independent wrestling world know what Bloodsport is and know what kind of match type it is. But maybe people that look at that and go, that's not for me. Here's an opportunity where you're like, oh, I'm watching a regular, GCW show. Here's a fun little Bloodsport match. And oh, by the way, we do these every, 4 months or whatever it may be. You should check out what it looks like for an entire show. So I kind of like that. It's going to be cool.
It's a way to get a little sample without being fully committed because, maybe you're not really into the Bloodsport aspect. Maybe, you're not quite sure about it, but you go watch one match and
dip your toe in the water. It's kind of like the death match stuff. When we talk about death match. It's cool when they throw a death match on a regular show and then you go, oh, that was fun. Maybe I will try this tournament of death.
Yes.
Maybe I will go crazy and sit there for that.
Yeah.
Tournament of survival. Maybe.
It's a good way to kind of, expand your horizon.
Expose yourself to new match types. It's for exposure, Blair. Come on. Yes, keep up.
GCW exposing themselves to a whole bunch of new fans.
That's right. Different fans. And it's a cool match. Bloodsport's become part of my, watching now. Like I watched a few over the collective weekend and then now I'm like, oh, these are really fun shows. So see what happens.
Yeah. And they've done a good job with matchmaking wise. We're getting some really interesting people going at it. Like, because I know they had like Brutus Creed, I think, versus Tom Lawler at one of them. So
Brutus Creed, they had Shayna Baszler, they've had Charlie Dempsey. This past go around, they had Mina Shafir, John Moxley.
Yep. So that's nice.
Well, Natalie Petrovic out of NXT was there, I think. Yeah, so.
Also going on tonight, we've got Matt Cardona versus Effie.
Yeah. Not the match. Listen, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to stand by it. It's not the match we want, but it's going to be an awesome time. That's all I'm going to say. Like there's this lingering, like this isn't what we asked for, but we're going to get it.
It's like Christmas morning when you're opening up your gift and you think it's a like Super Nintendo, but it's
a Sega Genesis. Still awesome, but not what exactly you'd asked for.
You wanted the Super Nintendo, but you're getting a Jaguar, and you're like,
Jaguar.
Yeah, it was like Another system they came out with. It wasn't super
I've never heard of that. Is that a
Yeah.
Canadian only? Said the Jaguar.
negative. Are
Are you saying Effie is not a Super Nintendo?
No, I'm saying he's a Jaguar.
It's a Jaguar, but it's a Jaguar. I just know that again, yeah, with all the things, and then Effie gets the spot, which I think is interesting as well.
Yeah, all things considered.
Wonder what that conversation's like backstage between him and Cardona.
Just
Is there any, hey, you're over at AEW now. How you're running? Okay.
I doubt it.
Probably not, right? I think it's probably all just us, the internet.
All just professionals.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good match.
I think
Allie's gonna be on the card wrestling. Effie's gonna be on the card wrestling. Does Allie get involved with Effie, or does Effie get involved with Allie? Do we see them cross paths tonight in some way, shape, or form?
I think you have to.
Okay.
I think you have to.
Because the last time we saw it was Allie getting in the mix with Effie. Now we're gonna see, because like Allie said in your interview, Effie hasn't talked to her.
Yeah. So
Effie's cold shouldering.
Maybe it's Effie that's going to be getting his hands dirty because
Maybe. Let's see who wins, Cardona or Effie.
That's a tough call. I think it just gets thrown out. I think there's just going to be chaos.
Ooh.
I mean, if you look at it, there's so many people intertwined because of these two that this is peak late 90s WCW Nitro, where everyone from the locker room could be out there brawling because so many people have issues with somebody else that's there, and I'm here for it. I love chaos.
Me too.
So
yes, chaos is a good thing.
Have everyone empty the locker rooms, have the fans throw stuff in the ring, like chairs, like Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Somebody pull out a branding iron. Let's get chaos going on.
Oh.
No?
Ugh. Why? That's just, I don't know. To each their own. People that do the branding iron thing. Oh, God. That just feels, that's the sound it makes.
The sizzling sound.
Ugh.
So we got a few more matches though for tonight. One more for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mance Warner and Broski Jimmy versus Los Desperados.
Ooh, I like that match. That's a clash of styles, as the kids say.
I don't know why, but I swear I thought I saw Mance Warner was facing had a singles match for the show.
Yeah, so did I. I could have sworn maybe they changed some stuff up. Who knows?
I'm not alone in thinking that, at least. So.
No, I thought it too, because I thought Mance had another match. For some reason, I don't know why, I thought it was going to be Mance had a match with Allie. For some reason, in my mind, I kept thinking Mance had a match with Allie, and I was like, is Allie going to win the title and then face Effie at Hammerstein? But I don't know, maybe that was just a fever dream of my own.
Well, because I think the stipulation from the Hammerstein show is whoever wins between Allie and Effie gets a title shot against
the shot. Yeah, so maybe that's what it was. But my crazy mind's eye, I was like, I don't know.
It's all blending together.
It's all the stews I've eaten on the internet.
The stews?
The stews I've been eating.
Yeah, you've been crushing the stew.
Yeah, it's making me go crazy.
Yeah,
that's not healthy.
Are you going to do a stew podcast?
I don't know. If Shayna Baszler wants to, I will absolutely collaborate and do some stew talks with her. If she's down. If she wants to. Her and I could sweep the internet nation with our various stew combinations.
Maybe you do a disco-themed stew podcast called Disco Stew.
Disco stew? Yeah, I'd be down. I don't know if Shayna's down. She likes stew, but I can start. I don't know if she likes disco, I should say. I don't know if I like disco.
I forgot. It's a Simpsons reference, so I apologize.
Yeah, dude, I don't. Yeah, disco tango.
Disco stew.
Oh. I didn't do it.
Uh-oh.
Hi, honey. What'd you not do? I don't know. Whatever you're going to give me that look for.
Oh. Hit him.
She's giving me the eyes today. She's got a box.
Hit him.
She got. Stop. Blair said to hit me. Please don't.
I'm holding your Christmas presents.
Oh, they're my Christmas presents? Can I have them?
I just want to see a fist come out. And just be like,
Just she's wrapping my Christmas presents, give me the stare to basically say, "Don't go bother her."
Disco Stu likes disco music. See,
Is that the reference?
that is the reference. Disco Stu don't advertise. That's
I mean,
the Simpsons reference.
I am a very sophisticated individual. I don't watch things like The Simpsons. I'm sorry.
You prefer slam poetry.
Slam poetry. Beep, boop, bop.
You're dead.
Speaking of which, do you have tidbits?
I got like one, maybe two.
That's enough. That's enough to play the song.
Is that? Are we all done with highest in the room? I think we are. And I just realized I must have sent over the same graphic like 4 times.
Either that or I downloaded it by accident for
because there's like 4 of the Royce Isaacs versus Josh Barnett. So that's how excited we are for
it. Could have been my the way I downloaded it. It got goofy, and then I thought I had them all. Disco Stu says, "How do you do?"
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we'll do the couple tidbits that we have.
Okay. Beep, boop, bop.
Oh, there we go. I just had to look for it. Okay.
It's in there, I swear.
Hey, it's Blairs Tidbits.
Tidbits. Tidbits. Tidbits. Blairs Tidbits. Blair. Beep, boop, bop. Tidbits. Blair. Blair.
So GCW is running on New Year's Eve, 8 p.m. from New Jersey. So, I mean, I'm not doing nothing on New Year's Eve, so I will probably watch that.
Yeah, that's got to be better than the Rockin' New Year's Eve or whatever they do now with, like, I don't know, Carson Daly or whatever.
So, yeah, like you can do that, and you can see one of our favorites on that show as Tara Zepp was announced for it. So, hey.
Tara Zepp rules. So, yeah, we're down with that.
Just saying, maybe you want to. There's been other names announced, the usual cast of characters, but we want to show some love to one of our favorites with Tara Zepp.
Didn't GCW do this last year? They did a New Year's Eve show, I believe, last year. Did it run all the way till midnight? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I think I actually had to work the next morning, so I actually went to bed before the ball dropped.
That's very valid.
I don't get excited about that anymore.
No.
I'm not like, oh, I have to stay up to like watch that. Like,
no.
I can, okay. I mean, it's nice. It's cool if I'm up, but if I fall asleep, I fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. I think like I haven't stayed up for New Year's since like 2016.
So for 30 years.
Yes.
At a very young age, Blair was like, I don't do New Year's.
Since 1992, I stopped doing New Year's Eve.
Yeah. His parents were like, you could stay up and have fun and be. He's like, no, I'm going to go to bed. I got to be up early. I got things to do. Mama Pachico was like, all right, little Blair.
I've got appointments and meetings.
I got to diversify my bonds in the morning.
Got stocks to deal with. There's that. And the one other tidbit I will throw up there, and that can segue into the next little thing, is WrestleMania weekend. Defy is going to be out there. So, I mean, that's a big thing. Defy is going to be a part of the collective. We've seen they were last year. So it's just nice to see more promotions being a part of it and being able to like showcase what they do on a monthly basis for like a massive group of people, because WrestleMania weekend, it's packed.
WrestleMania weekend in Vegas too.
Vegas.
Gonna be a wild time. We're gonna just stream 24 hours a day.
You gonna go?
No, I probably won't. That's Mrs. Pluggo's birthday. It's the 19th. Well, I'm gonna need a raise. Whichever job wants to give me a raise to help me facilitate that trip, by all means.
Okay.
Did you see the Royal Rumble tickets in this area are like $600-700? Could you imagine WrestleMania tickets in Vegas?
I greatly dislike how a lot of the big shows, like, major promotions, even concerts, are just pricing themselves out of like
Yeah,
common folks.
it's
You know.
tough, man. I get it. I understand it. But it just kind of sucked for the wallet. Like Notre Dame's playing Indiana next week, and the cheapest ticket to get into that stadium is $1,000. It's like, okay, I guess I won't be going to that.
Yeah. Like if I'm,
If you
eyeballing
got it,
if I'm eyeballing flights and like humming and hawing over like, okay, this one's 260 or that one's 310, it's like, like that's where I'm at, like I can't be dropping $1,000 to go see a game.
yeah. So I'm like, more power to you if you can. And if I had the money, man, absolutely, maybe I would. But geez, it's crazy. It's tough. But hey, I get it. So no, I don't know if Vegas is on the table WrestleMania weekend for old Pluggo here.
Maybe if we get enough super chats, we can send.
Maybe, yeah. If everybody wants to start now sending super chats for my WrestleMania Vegas fund, by all means.
So I will save that for you to do a little banner, and we'll leave that at the bottom of the screen. And so Defy is running at the end of the month. It is December 29th. So Kenta is actually going to be defending his Defy championship.
Yeah.
Kenta's had like a sneaky run this year. You don't hear a lot about him, but like he's been, Defy, he's been House of Glory. He still shows up in New Japan. Like guys just everywhere. Yeah. Just flying under the radar.
Yeah, like I forgot he was the Defy champion.
Yeah.
I saw that. Oh yeah, that's right. God, sneaky Kenta.
So that's all I'm saying, He's had a good year. Midnight Heat versus the Outrunners.
Yes, please.
I know you're all about Ricky on this one. So
justice for Ricky. I love the Outrunners too, man. The Outrunners are a lot of fun. They're so much fun. That'll be a vibe of that'll be some classic 80s wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm looking through. There's like 4 more of the Kenta Shaft graphics up here.
Oh my gosh, how many did I screw this up? Like I said, it was weird. I was like, why are there so many graphics? I think there was something I might have double clicked. Yeah. Oh yeah, there is. I'm looking through them now. I don't even know if one of those shows is an old one or not.
There is some older graphics on there, but that's
fine. Oh yeah, I screwed that up bad.
There's the second one. There's the third one. Here's the fourth one. Yeah.
Whoops.
Graphics.
My bad. Hey, I had us covered.
You did.
In case one graphic failed, another one was ready to step up and take its place.
Dude, you came in clutch. You came in clutch. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Can I just say how much I'm excited for this next matchup because it is 4 of my favorites?
I mean, you can say whatever you want. This is your show.
Dude, I think you're tremendous, so I'm just going to say that.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
no problem. Yeah, no problem.
I retire from podcasting.
Los Desperados versus Sinner and Saint.
Hey, that's a good one.
For the Defy World Tag Championships. You can't tell me that this isn't going to be match of the night.
Oh, it's going to be a banger, as the kids say, or as we say.
Banger alert.
Woo, woo, woo.
I like that.
That was a good one. Maybe we change up the old one to that one.
Yeah, I think we have to. So that's the Defy show. Obviously, it's still a few weeks away, so more matches will get announced. I'm sure you'll see more of your faves showing up there. Before we get to the Hammerstein talk, GCW does have one more show in the next week and a half, I think. And that is Take Care, December 28th. So the day before the Defy show, you can see Matt Cardona face off against Super Crazy.
Now listen, I'm not an expert by any stretch, but they spelled care wrong.
Yep, they did. Do you think maybe that was meant to be, though?
Maybe. I would imagine that they didn't let that slip through the cracks. Oh, shit. I guess we're spelling it with a K, guys. Whoops.
Oh, well.
I just thought that them spelling out the K, my fever dream for that is that Kane shows up and beats up every imitation Kane that's showed up on the indies. And he says, take care, but he says with a K because he's Kane.
See, I got a lot of not love for Kane.
No, for sure.
So
you don't want that. No, I get it. Oh, for sure. I don't have a lot of love for Kane either, but just for some reason, when I saw that graphic, I went, that was where my mind went. So,
like, even before, I was never, like, as a wrestler, I was never a Kane fan. So,
yeah. That's fair.
Give me Abyss before Kane.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, just saying.
All right.
We got Cardona versus Super Crazy.
Give me Orlando Jordan.
We've got Gringo Loco versus Rich Swann.
Nice. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah. And this show is actually taking place in Seattle, Washington. So right in Defy's backyard. So I wonder if we see some like commingling. Maybe we see Sinner and Saint on this GCW card.
That would be
solid.
That would be great. Like let's just put that out there right now. Let's just make that official.
Yeah. So for the GCW World Tag Championships, Violence is Forever versus Sinner and Saint.
And then Violence is Forever beats our friend Sinner and Saint, and then they lose to Alec Price and Ratty Daddy at Hammerstein.
Okay.
Or do you want Sinner and Saint to beat them and then face Ratty Daddy and Alec Price at Hammerstein?
I want there to be like Judas pins Dominic, but Kevin pins Travis. So there's confusion. Like this happens at the same time of who the championships are. And then we get a 3-way dance at the Hammerstein.
Ooh, see, I like that. There you go. We had to get you there. I like that. I'd take that.
Took a little time.
There you go.
Yeah.
We shall see. Stay tuned. If that happens, though, you'll never hear the end of it. Like at one time, I called that.
If I actually called that, I will be dropping that one forever.
100%.
So, just saying. I think there's a couple more we got. So we just did Gringo Loco Rishwad. We've got Mance Warner defending his former GCW World Champion Masha Slamovich.
Ooh, is this for the championship? No,
I assume it's for the GCW Championship.
That would be a good match to have. That's a good one to end the year right there. That could sneak in. That could sneak into an exposé.
That's what I'm saying. Like we can't drop the exposies before everything happens.
I mean, we could. We could do whatever we want.
But then we're doing a disservice to ourselves.
That's true. And that's not what we're here for.
No. So that's the GCW Take Care. And we got some Hammerstein talk before we wrap things up. If you're down with that.
I'm always down. I'm down to clown.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Joey Janela versus Masato Tanaka.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I mean, what a matchup, like Joey Janela, the bad boy, versus one of the greatest of all time
I just hope they take the handcuffs off Joey Janela before the match starts.
Maybe.
Somebody's coming out in a prison jumpsuit for sure.
Oh,
somebody is.
Do you think everyone comes out in prison jumpsuits who's the GCW regular?
That might be a lot, but yeah, I'd be down for that. Yeah. Solidarity, unity. Then we'd all just be talking about why did they all wrestle in jumpsuits? The show was kind of disorienting. That orange was bright.
Especially against each other.
Yeah. Then they have to run it back next year and be like, we're doubling it. People versus GCW 2. We screwed up twice. Sorry, we messed it up twice. We're gonna fix it 3rd time's the charm.
2 screwed, 2 up.
That's right.
Like we mentioned before, Effie versus Alley Catch. The winner faces Mance Warner for the World Championship in the main event. So that match is happening that night.
Oh wow! I
Because
did not see that part when I read through these graphics. So
neither did I.
you're gonna have an intense blood feud with Effie and Allie, and then you have to go up against Mance Warner, who's gonna be fresh.
That sucks,
Well, that's tough.
dude.
But Allie's winning that thing, right?
I think so.
Effie is not. Effie's already been to the top of the mountain.
I think you have to have Allie win it, and like I could see Allie winning the title.
Yeah, the end of the night at Hammerstein, her with her hand raised high with the belt.
And then you have Effie chase Allie for the title after that.
Could be a fun beginning of the year that goes into the summertime to the collective. They chase each other to the collective. That could be cool. I mean, all right, we'll see how it plays out, but I like it. I like it.
Just throwing that out there. Oh, there we go. Like we mentioned before, Sidney Akeem versus El Hijo de Vikingo.
That's right.
The graphic of Vikingo just throws me off because everyone else is like just a regular picture.
Yeah, and he's just upside down flipping. He's like, that's what I do.
What it do, baby?
He's like, don't you put me in an orange jumpsuit standing up. I'm doing a flip for my picture.
I'm doing what I want. You
That's
don't know
right.
me.
That'll be fun. That'll be awesome.
Yeah. You know that this next match, when they announced this one, they were like, we're doing this one just for Blair.
Yep.
Because the amount of times I have watched Super Crazy versus Tajiri versus Little Guido from ECW television, I think I've watched that match more than any others.
Fair enough.
I love those three.
That's your favorite match of all time, then, huh?
It's one of them. I think those three can do no wrong.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, Little Guido, whenever you're ready, I'm like, let's do an interview.
Come on, Little Guido. Let's make Blair's life happen. That'd be the biggest moment in his life.
2025. Let's do it.
Yeah. The year of Pachico and Guido.
Yeah. So let's do it.
The Guido and Pachico Disco Stew.
Sure.
See, I can figure out references too.
So, I think there's a couple more we got from there. I'm just gonna find it. There's the Vikingo one again. Alley catch again. So one of them I don't think sent over because there is I think it's Josh Barnett versus a mystery opponent. I'm just double checking.
This guy?
No, that's Tajiri. Amazing Red is going to be there.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hyped for that. I love Amazing Red. I think he's great. So why not? And I'm just going to find the graphic so we can talk about it. We won't upload it, but we'll talk about it. Just give him something to talk about.
Listen, I'm not just some guy.
We can clip that for the next intermission show.
You got a voice of an angel there, Blair.
Yeah, you're like Fergie and Jesus.
Prestige worldwide.
Yeah. Boats and O's. So there's going to be a Bloodsport match as well. Josh Barnett versus a mystery opponent.
Yeah.
Who do you think will be that mystery opponent? All things considered, they're going to be in the Hammerstein. It's Josh Barnett. There's the tiff going on with AEW right now, so it's probably not going to be like Mox or anything like that.
What's Rob Van Dam doing? What's Rob Van Dam doing?
Dude, that's
I don't know. I don't know if Van Dam has got blood sport abilities, but I mean,
dude, if John and Morrison can do Bloodsport, I think Rob Van Dam could do Bloodsport.
Well, give me that. Give me Barnett versus Rob Van Dam. A little ECW flair there.
That would crush. I'd be
Sandman versus Josh Barnett.
Look, I don't know if Sandman can still go. That's the problem.
He's wrestling in my neck of the woods, I think, this weekend.
You're not going?
I don't think it's either this weekend or next. Oh, I think it's next.
You're not going to go? It's the Sandman.
That's true. Good shout. I have to look it up. Happening.
He did an appearance at a Time Bomb Pro show like a year and a half ago, I think, 2 years ago. And I remember going there and like the place was just rocking when Sandman came out. And like people are handing him beers and like he dumped like a full beer into the mouth of like one kid there. It wasn't a kid, but like it was like a 20-year-old, but I'm just watching.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, see, he'll be there. Here's right. Oh, yeah, right there. Eight crazy fights.
Yeah.
That's tonight, right now. What's going on right now? I didn't know that.
You should go. Take Mrs. Pluggo. You guys can go see Hardcore Hack.
She get in the ring and fight everybody.
She's fired up. If anyone could take down Sandman, it's Mrs. Pluggo.
That's right. Watch out, Sandman.
So, I think that's about it for us.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it.
We did it.
Like we mentioned beginning of the show, next 2 weeks we won't be around. We want you to enjoy your holiday season. Think of us, when you're opening presents with your family. Just be wondering, be like, I wonder what Blair and Pluggo are up to right. So you're not going to see us the next 2 weekends, but we will be back beginning of January with the first ever For Exposure Exposies.
I want everybody on Christmas, though, to open gifts and go, I wish this was For Exposure.
Yes, 100%.
Oh, thanks for the socks. I wish this was For Exposure.
Yeah, I wish this was Pluggo right now.
That's a great PlayStation 5, but I wish this was Blair and Pluggo.
Just us smiling in a box?
Yes. Yes. Our own action figures, our own bendies.
Maybe one day. Get those super chats in and we'll do Love Wrestling bendies.
Yeah. How much would it make? It would probably cost a lot to make our own action figures.
Probably.
Because mine would have to be big. They'd have to have more extra midsection. No. I'm just jacked.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody's like, when I see him in person, he is not that ripped. And I'm like, it's an action figure. I got to take liberties where I can.
Why does Pluggo look like Chris Masters?
Dude, I don't know.
Don't worry about it, bro.
That's right. It's a fat suit.
So first ever Exposies.
Yeah.
It's gonna be kicking off January. So give us your thoughts on match of the year, wrestler of the year, all that stuff. Let us know who you think should win. We will be dropping some nominees soon, and you guys can fight amongst yourselves on who you think should win. And we want to hear your thoughts. So just be ready for that.
And then we're going to go the opposite of what you think and pick our own winners.
Yes. We are not going to care what you say at all.
No, we'll care. But yes.
We'll take care, just like that GCW show. With a C.
Okay. Yeah.
So Boris is in the chat.
Oh, boys. Boris is here.
Boys.
Late to the party, Boris.
Damn, Boris.
The voice of LPW, Saturday Night Love, tonight at 10 Mountain Time, 12 Eastern. He's going to be hanging out with MRB, watching
They're
MRB
showing
versus...
the debut match of Ricky Morton.
Yeah. And if I'm awake, I might crash that party, whether Boris likes it or not.
I'm thinking about it. I'm going to leave my laptop set up in the new little studio. So
I don't think Boris could handle all that awesome.
The reason I said Ricky Morton, go look on the Love Wrestling Instagram page because they posted a picture from the match graphic that they're gonna watch, and it looks like a young Ricky Morton in the ring
because MRB's blonde
with his blonde hair just everywhere.
It still throws me when I see that.
Yeah, I love it.
Acquired a piece of footage that I want to play tonight, but I need permission from who? And what, Boris? And you're Mrs. Pluggo, you are always invited to anything Boris does at any time because he is Mrs. Pluggo's #1 fan that's not named me. See? Mrs. Pluggo is always invited. I want you to get a room. You can't say. So how are you going to play a piece of footage but you need permission, but you can't ask me what it is. Why don't you jump in here and tell us off stream?
Is this like when Shane McMahon showed up and he talked about the lockbox and everyone was like, where's the lockbox?
Dude, Mrs. Pluggo is on one today. She's ready to fight. She's ready to throw
Hey, she could have hopped on this show and fought you, but she didn't want to.
She didn't want to. Because she knew. she has also then she sicks her little minion kids on me and they beat me up too.
Her little minion kids.
Yeah, when he's wailing on me, I don't know who that kid is. I don't know. Owen ain't mine when he's wailing on me. I'm like,
say bon.
but I better get off of this before I get in more trouble.
She's gonna jump in and just drop kick you. So that's what I'm holding out a hope for. Just out of nowhere, you just see these feet just come in, boom.
I will learn more tonight on SNL about the piece of footage that he acquired, but he needs permissions to play. Okay, I'm intrigued. You had me at hello. You complete me.
Okay. Well, that's going to be it for us. We appreciate you joining. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
You can find me up on all social media, Graymaker Wrestling Podcast, including Blue Sky for all the Skyers out there. Let's go fly in the sky on Blue Sky.
Skies are blue.
So I got that, and
cool.
This show every weekend, but not for the next 2 weekends. But we'll be back. So where can they find you?
They find me Thursday night, 8 p.m. with JPJ for Between Two Beards. This week is our holiday Christmas party extravaganza open house invite. So come on by and hang out with us as we have a little fun before the year is out. And then next week is the Beardy Awards. The 4th annual one will be day after Christmas. So go to @B2Beards for all social medias for that to stay up to date on what we got going on there. Pluggo's getting the DM sent by Boris. Oh snap! I'm getting the nose.
Yeah,
boom! I'm getting the scoops.
Not me.
And then @Pluggo on all social media platforms. If you go there, you can find me doing my thing. And then with you Saturdays or Sundays or whatever day we can make it work for exposure. We'll see you guys in 2025. Oh my God!
Yes, that's it. It doesn't. There's no peace on this show. No peace on this show. But peace in the streets.